Oh, hey there, Mr. Freeze. Hey, what's up going on? How's everybody doing? Nice to see you. Hey, Mr. Freeze, I have a question for you. Yeah, go ahead, right ahead, shoot. Now, I, being the world's greatest detective, noticed that it is snowing inside of my Batcave. Oh yeah, you noticed that, right? Yeah, I seem to. It seems that it's precipitating indoors. These are not potato flakes. These are indeed snowflakes. They're not foam bubbles, even though if upon close inspection, if you look closely at your screen, they might look like foam bubbles. But I can assure you they are not. Yeah, so yeah. You like that, right? Are you responsible for this? Yeah, of course. I've got the ice gun right here. I can make ice. I can make anything. I can do anything. I can freeze things. I could make snow indoors. Do you remember the movie Batman and Robin? Of course I remember that movie. I was the star of that. Actually, it was George Clooney. Well, that means I like to tie one on. Okay, you know, you do you, Bat Boo. You know, remember that movie? There was ice on the ground and there was ice skating. There was so much ice skating in that movie. Yeah, you know, there was a lot of ice skating. First, looks like we've got a first comment. Well, thank you, Wesley. First. Yeah, it's nice to be first, you know. First comment. First is it's nice, you know what I'm saying. Thank you, Wesley, for being the first comment for the show today. Yes, thank you, Wesley. You know, it is snowing indoors, and I am quite impressed. Yeah, you know, I've got this ice gun. Well, you know, what are you guys talking about? Batwoman, how did you get in here? I am the galaxy's greatest detective. You're only the world's greatest detective, and that's child's play. That's peanuts compared to what I can do. Oh, I see. Did you notice that I changed my hat? I noticed that because I am the galaxy's greatest detective. Oh yeah, you don't have the Yes. Now I'm a gnome. No, that's a Santa hat. Oh, is it? Yeah, Santa. Yeah, Santa Batman. Oh. Santa. I hardly gnome. Oh, the Batman with the puns. he just showed up. He showed up Mr. Freeze with a pun. Mr. Freeze is king of the puns. Mr. Freeze is not gonna have that. Mr. Freeze is yeah. That was good, you know. It was a good pun. I hardly gnome. I don't know why I didn't think of it first. Look at all these bobbleheads on my gun, on my ice ray. They're hanging out. This Baneby. This little Baneby.
Hello, Mr. Freeze. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Freeze?
Oh, you could talk too.
Yes, of course I can talk. Of course I'm talking to you, Mr. Freeze. Did you train in the League of Shadows?
You always ask everyone that. You know, there were only like 12 people who trained in the League of Shadows. Only like 12.
Yes. Were you one of them?
Of course not. What? Hey, Raccoon Raiders. Hey, Jed the Fierce. Hey, Wesley Plotke. Welcome to the Aristotle Full Throttle Show. We do 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But that's also 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That's also 7 p.m. Central Time. That's also 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Greenwich Mean Time, I don't know. Maybe like 9 hours in the future. It's 9 hours ahead. What time is that, Baby Yoda? Baby Yoda, uh-oh. I'm sorry. He's not Baby Yoda anymore. Guys, do you remember his name? Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't watched the latest episode of The Mandalorian, which we talked about yesterday. Anybody want to say his name? Say his name aloud. Say his name 3 times. We'll find out. Guys, today we're talking about Christmas movies. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Are some of these movies actually Christmas movies? Is Home Alone a Christmas movie? Or is it just like a really sadistic, booby trap Marx Brothers movie? Wesley Plotke, he's got it right. Grogu. That's your name from now on, Grogu. That's the name we're never going to call you, Baby Yoda. We're never going to call you Grogu ever again. We're your Baby Yoda or the child or the kid. Yeah, that's right, Baby Yoda. Grogu. Grogu sounds like something you put on your head to get your hair to grow. If you're balding. I put some Grogu on it, and then I get a fro. Check this out, guys. If you were watching on Twitch, we have got all new icons that you can aspire to get that are fros. They're different colored fros. You can get a fro with a pick in it. You can get a fro. You can get the fro that you like for you. Custom fros for you guys on Twitch. Not sure how that works. But Jen the Fierce, who is the contributing producer to the show, has created some excellent work because I, myself, am, I'm building an empire right now. And now we've got employees. We've got, I feel like I'm the employee of this show. I'm the main employee of Aristotle Full Throttle, and I'm about to fire myself. Let's see what's going on here. I think you should have done that a long time ago. If you ask me, the best Christmas movie is The Interview. Do you guys remember that movie, The Interview, that I did about Kim Jong-un? Me and my friend, we go interview Kim Jong-un as a guise to assassinate the president or the dictator of North Korea. And I was about to fire him in that movie, and he suffered a fate that this show should probably also suffer. Today on the Discord, if you guys are a part of the Discord, Tatiana Wilkinson, one of the longtime viewers of the show, dropped in a picture of a CD. There's a CD that exists in this world of 10 hours of Seth Rogen's laugh, which, by the way, I could perform for you. Maybe, if we get to a certain number of subscribers, I will do Seth Rogen's laugh for 10 hours. Maybe. What do you think about that, baby Grogu? Yeah. Lethal Weapon. That's a good one. See? We're already getting some good contributions. These are debatable movies. They're movies that take place during Christmas, but are they Christmas movies? I feel like Lethal Weapon has a Christmas vibe. There are also movies that I watched during Christmas that have nothing to do with Christmas. When I grew up, I watched Ghostbusters on Christmas, every Christmas. I don't know why. We just watched Ghostbusters in my household. That was the kind of household I grew up in. One that liked to have fun. And that's what we do here. That's what I've learned. I've learned an important lesson. That Christmas Vacation. That's an excellent one. That's a funny one. I feel like Christmas Vacation is high up on the list of one of the best Christmas movies of all time, on account of its being absolutely absurd and crazy, and also having Randy Quaid in that movie. And Randy Quaid is absolutely absurd and crazy in reality. If you guys notice, I think he fled to Canada on account of not paying his taxes, and he's growing a beard way bigger than mine in order to disguise himself. And he was, in fact, a huge Trump supporter. Now listen, okay, I get it. This is maybe my little anecdote of the day, or thing that I'd like to talk about. You could be a Republican, you could be a conservative, right? That's fine. You have different values. You value conservative values. That's totally fine. This is America. It's a free country. You're allowed to do that. But people who support this guy named Trump, who's in the White House, he's kind of an awful person. I don't understand the supporting of the dude. I don't get it. You know, you gotta look inside your bag of morals and then try to stick to them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have less cognitive dissonance in life. That is, acting in accordance with your values. Try to work on that. That's an important thing, I think. That's what I value anyway. Ghostbusters is an awesome movie, Wesley Blackie. I agree. Trading Places. These are all great movies from the 80s. Elf is my fave Christmas movie, says Jen the Fierce. Elf is a classic. Spaghetti with syrup. That is one of my favorite things to eat. Elf is so good because Will Ferrell completely commits. He completely 100% commits to the idea that he is an elf in that movie, and it is so funny. My friend David actually is an actor, and he got to play Elf in a theater company recently. Last year he did. This year, it's funny, my friend David is a very cheerful, positive, he's got lots of happy vibes jumping off of him all the time, and he played Elf because it's perfect casting. I've never heard more perfect casting than my buddy David playing Elf for the theater. But this year he got cast as Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. But he's working it. We were talking about that the other day. He's working it. He's working his angle on Eeyore, which is cool because he's such a positive, cheery guy, and Eeyore is the antithesis. But this is my theory. I think that he was cast in that role because he's got so much charisma that if you've got that much charisma, you got to make Eeyore shine. Otherwise, Eeyore is just going to be a Debbie Downer all day. So he's going to probably turn that boat around, that Debbie Downer boat around. Hey, 420 artists, welcome to the Aristotle Full Throttle program. Nice to see you. Christmas Story. What a good movie that is. You'll shoot your eye out. Remember the leg lamp? I would like a leg lamp. If, in fact, I do get a leg lamp ever on this show, I will place it accordingly in this beautiful background. By the way, these pictures, you guys might not know what these pictures are in the background, but they are hanging above. They're hanging above this Stormtrooper pillow that I bought by weight one time. I was buying things by weight. That means I went to a Goodwill and I was like, what do they got at Goodwill that maybe I could like decorate with, that was fun, recycle, repurpose? And I went to a Goodwill and you throw things in your cart and then they weigh your cart. And I got this for less than $1. So these pictures up here, you might not know what these pictures are, in fact. One day I'll maybe take them off the wall and show them to you. But they are blueprints of Star Wars vehicles. They're actual blueprints of like a TIE fighter and an AT-AT. It's pretty neat. They look artful and cool, and they are placed accordingly. Because, you know what? When you grow up, you get to do whatever you want. So one day, I can't wait to grow up. Home for the holidays. That's a good one, too. The Santa line from here to Terre Haute, trust me, you never want to end up in Terre Haute. Oh, you don't want to end up in Terre Haute. What happens in Terre Haute? I would like to see the baby. I was once in Terre Haute. There once was a man from Terre Haute. He did not know what he had or got. He went to the venue, and then he said to you, I would like to show you my clock. Wow, that was an amazing limerick. Werner Herzog. That limerick has left us enchanted and amazed. Thank you for sharing that with us. I know that you worked on it all that time while you've been inside the belly of...
The rock biter, yeah. These look like big, strong teeth, don't they? Therefore, biting rocks. I'm the rock biter. I'm also, in fact, I am from The Never-Ending Story. You guys ever watch The Never-Ending Story? It's still going on out there somewhere. It's never ending, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I swallowed Werner Herzog a while ago. Probably in like August or September. You know, I'm the classic rock biter. I'm not just a rock biter, I'm a classic rock biter. Not a classic rock. You guys like Foghat? You guys like Jethro Tull? That's some classic rock. Boston? You guys like Yes? You ever listen to Led Zeppelin? You ever listen to Neil Young and Crazy Horse? That's some classic rock right there. I'm talking about classic rock, like Fleetwood Mac. You know what I mean? Fleetwood Snack. That was a group before Fleetwood Mac. I also ate them. I swallowed Fleetwood Snack. They were delicious.
Wow. Mr. Rockbutter, I am confused and perplexed by your proclivities for eating things. Oh, let's see. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That 420 Artists, that is absolutely 100% an excellent Christmas movie. Always gets me into the Christmas mood. I'm always thinking about there's so many lines from Christmas Vacation, and the one that's coming to my mind right now randomly is when the police officer said, "If I had a rubber hose, I would." I don't know why that just jumped in my head, but it's just such a funny line in Christmas Vacation. Man, that's some nasty stuff. If I had a rubber hose, I would. And he gets cut off. What would he do with that rubber hose, I wonder? Up your nose with a rubber hose, said Vivni Barbarino. Well, K-Griff, if you would like to ruin Love Actually for everyone, please do. Now, okay, let's talk about Love Actually, and let's address the issues of Love Actually. I watched Love Actually for the first time maybe 4 years ago, and I was like, I like this movie a lot. This is Chris, the guy on MSNBC, it's his favorite movie. I like this movie. And then I was told it's a horrible movie. I was told it's a bad movie. Hey, what's up on Instagram? Join us on twitch.tv/AristotleFullThrottle to get the full effect of the show if you'd like. And also, you could donate to the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union. Guys, if you're on Instagram, please do go right ahead and donate to the American Civil Liberties Union, because those liberties, they're civil and they're American. And there's a union that you can help support, which will help. Listen, for better or for worse, they protect your rights. They will protect your rights even if you're a bad person. Because they believe in ideas. They believe in ideas more so than, anybody in particular. I don't mean to say that even if you're a bad person, if the cause is just, if it is in line with the American civil liberties, it's good to have a group like that working actively on behalf of the American citizens and rights. All right, Alan Rickman's character depresses you in that movie. Yeah, he's depressing. It's a depressing marriage that he's in that movie. I was like, I like this movie. It's a sweet movie, even though it's bizarre. And I understand that the movie Love Actually has a lot of issues. There's a lot of problems going on socially. There's a stalking situation going on in Love Actually. There's also, listen, you could take anything and destroy it. You could take Superman. What movie is that? Let's take Superman and destroy it. This guy's got superpowers. That's crazy. Why doesn't he just turn that? There's a movie called Bright, which took the idea of Superman and turned it dark. And it's called Bright. It's Bright Side or Bright Edge. Is it called Bright? No, Bright Sedge. It's like Bright something. Bright, I think, is the movie with as if orcs and fairies lived in modern times as police officers. Bright. You guys know what I'm talking about? The Netflix show Bright? No? It was written by Max Landis. Remember Max Landis? Speaking of Me Too movement, Max Landis. Alan Rickman's character depresses you. Well, Alan Rickman, if you don't like him in the Christmas movie Love Actually, then you would love him in the Christmas movie Die Hard. Because Die Hard it's the pinnacle of all Christmas movies. You know, in fact, Mr. Plotkey, when I was but a young wee lad, no older than you are yourself, don't tell your parents this, but me and your dad, we watched a movie. We watched a movie called Die Hard together for the first time. In fact, we saw it, we rented it. This was, maybe we were 10, maybe we were 12. We were too young to watch that movie, but we liked it. It was fun. We enjoyed it a lot. Alan Rickman. He is quite the terrorist. What a good one. Alan Rickman, like, that was his first role, his first standout role in cinema, and he was like already, he'd been in acting forever, and then that was his jumping off point, and then he was like the bad guy in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and also the bad guy in Harry Potter's, but also like a good guy, but not a bad guy. I don't know. I feel like they try to throw you off the trail with Harry Potter. I'll still watch Love Actually and cry at Andrew Lincoln's stalking non-dead issues. But yeah, it's messed up. Yeah, there's something about Chewy Hotel, Edgy the Floor. Chewy Mattel. What's his name? Chewy Jojo. Wait, hold on a second. What's his name? It's Chewy Hotel, Edgy Floor. It's Chewy Hotel, Edgy Floor. Chewy Hotel, Sledge Floor. Mando, why do you have problems saying people's names? Chewy Hotel, Hedge the Floor. Try one more time. Chewy Hotel, Edgy Floor. You did it! It's really good. You saw that at age 9, Wesley Plotke. You got 1 year up on us. You're never too young to watch Die Hard, unless you're 8. So, that's that's not there's a really good show on Netflix right now. I think you could still watch it, which goes behind the scenes of movies such as Die Hard and Home Alone, and it talks about the development of those movies and how they were developed. It's actually a pretty good series. Really fun. I forget what it's called. So that's very helpful, I'm sure. The part in Love Actually where the guy's friend, his best friend, gets married to Padme's decoy. This is how I remember her. I don't think of her as the lead actress in Pirates of the Caribbean. I think of her as Padme's decoy in Star Wars Episode 1 and 2, where she died. She died at the very beginning of Star Wars 2, I think. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Kate, Johnny, Freddie, Sally. I'm going to just keep saying names until somebody corrects me. Danielle. Sherry. Is it Cheryl? I can do it. I can do this. Her name is Keira Knightley. It came right to me via Jen the Fierce. Keira Knightley. Remember she was in that? Remember with like the dude from The Walking Dead shows up with things and he's like, I know you're my best friend's wife, but I'm gonna try to stalk you and harass you. It's kind of messed up. You know what, K. Griff, you're right. Love Actually is kind of messed up. Except a couple years ago, I was walking around LA and I saw someone was projecting the movie Love Actually on a rooftop for like a rooftop watch party. And I thought that was pretty neat. Speaking of watch parties, every Friday we have a watch party at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right now, we're watching The Mandalorian, new episodes every Friday. So every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we watch along together on the Discord. And if you want to join the Discord, all you got to do is subscribe to my Twitch and or pledge at least $1 a month to patreon.com. And now we're gonna be working on some different levels of patronage on Patreon so that you can become even a contributing member if you get up to a high enough tier of pledges per month. You can become a contributing person. You could contribute to the show, meaning that you can make a suggestion as to, I don't know, whether or not Batman, what hat Batman will wear that next month, or Kevin Sore Elbow. Where is this guy? I have to fix this. Fit to screen. There he is. Kevin Sore Elbow. I gotta give him a bandage. While we're talking about Christmas movies, I'm gonna find a bandage. Bandage. Elbow. Let's see. We're gonna give him a bandage on his elbow. Kevin Sore Elbow, we'll call him from now on, because there's no reason for that. Look, we're gonna give him this muscular arm. Oh, that's not gonna work. Maybe this one. That's not gonna work. Maybe this one. Maybe we'll give him a knee for an elbow. Maybe I'll do that some other time. Get out of here, Kevin Sore Elbow. We don't like your politics. All right. Closer, the Kira Sedgwick had come. Nice Christmas episode. Oh, the closer. See, I thought you said the closer, which is, by the way, what do they call that? A homonym? No, wait. That's called a. When a word is spelled the same as another word but is pronounced differently, what is that called, ladies and gentlemen? The closer. Also, the closer. That's like wind and wind. They're the same spelling, but different things. Like anti-disestablishmentarianism and anti-disestablishmentarianism. Why is the Grinch on screen? That's definitely a Christmas movie. No, that's true. Get out of here, Grinch. We don't want to see you on the screen no more. Now he's not on the screen anymore. Look at Gonzo. Look at Charlie Brown. I don't know whether or not The Nightmare Before Christmas... I mentioned this many times before in this show. I don't know whether or not The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie. Is it a Christmas movie or is it not a Christmas movie? I feel like... Here's my reasoning. Is it a Halloween movie first? Because if you watch it before Halloween, it's too early for Christmas. And if you watch it after Halloween for Christmas, it's too late for Halloween. Wesley Plotke said, and Die Hard, when they were dropped from the building, they were told they were going to be dropped on the count of 3, but then they were dropped on the count of 2. So that's where they got such real fear. That's true. Wesley Plotke also saw that show that I'm talking about, which he is referring to the moment that Alan Rickman falls off the thing. Let's see. Alan Rickman. Let's see. Now, we could probably just watch it. I'm gonna mute it so that I don't get fined. See, this is a very violent scene. It's a very Christmassy movie. Very violent. Very Christmassy. What is that you said? He says, yippee-ki-yay, mother trucker. These are some fun clips. Now watch. Watch his face. Now we're talking about Alan Rickman here. The great, wonderful actor. Great. And Huey Lewis. Look, there go Huey Lewis. What's Huey Lewis doing in this movie? Oh, see what happened? Spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen. John McClane used the roll of tape. Genius! He used the roll of tape to strap the gun with 2 bullets left. Now get ready for some violence. Here, I'm going to skip the violent part because I don't want to... This show is family friendly. So, look. Watch. Now, Wesley. What is Gonzo? Gonzo is... I don't know what Gonzo is there. Gonzo is from the Christmas... the Muppets Christmas. Homograph. Thank you. So homophone is a word that sounds the same as another word, but it means something different. Like elbow. Or penguin. That's inaccurate. A Muppets Christmas Carol. Now, Wesley, you're talking about this very moment. See, now there's a blue screen behind him. I don't want to ruin the movie magic for you. But the stunt coordinators had Alan Rickman tied to a... Or did he just fall? I think he just fell onto a pad, a crash pad, from about a story up or 2 stories up. So as he's falling, they were giving him a count of, I think, 5. So they said, basically, 5. They were going to count to 1. So Alan Rickman, in his brain, thinks that they're going to count backward from 5, hit 1, and then they're going to release him. So they went 5, 4, and then they cut the rope. So this is what you get. You get, uh-oh, I was not ready for that, which is so brilliant. Look at his face. That's not acting. That's genuine terror. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Alan Rickman was fine after this, even though he's falling with $400 million worth of with bonds. Look, he's flying. Anyway. Christmas movies, guys. Am I right? Where do we go? All right. What was Gonzo in that? I wanted to get a sore elbow thing for... remind me to do that. Here we go. 75 best Christmas movies of all time. Hey, Aeon Alita. Welcome. All right. Did you guys see this one? The Office Christmas Party? I didn't see that one. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Those look like a bunch of vermin. A Bad Moms Christmas? Oh, yeah, that's right. Do you guys like the Bad Moms franchise? Remember that we, here on Aristotle Full Throttle, have trivia every week. Every week we have trivia, which is a... I said it right, didn't I? And I forget which trivia we're going to do next. I think it's going to be Star Trek trivia, guys. Usually on Thursdays we do trivia. Thursday trivia, because, you know, it's not alliterative as much as Tuesday trivia, but it's Thursday. It's definitely Thursday. So, guys, oh, I got a package delivered. I just got a notification. Shall we go see what it is? Maybe. Bad Santa 2. What's going on with Bad Santa movies? Santa's not bad, is he? Home Alone 1 and 2. Now, I like Home Alone a lot. I do like Home Alone 1 and 2, actually. I do. I really do. I think that Home Alone 2, though, you got to really stretch your brain. Because after the first one, you're like, okay, so this entire house, Catherine O'Hara, great. Period. See, when you say the name Catherine O'Hara, the mom from Home Alone, also the mom in Beetlejuice, also on the show Schitt's Creek, pronouncing it correctly. She's on that show. One of the greatest comedy actors of all time, Catherine O'Hara, the mom. You've gotta suspend your disbelief enough to think that she would forget her son on a Christmas trip. Remember that time you mocked unboxing videos? I do. And I said, if you can't unbox it, beat him. If you can't beat him, unbox it. If you cannot find... Remember that time? Here, let me look. Let me look inside this box. What's inside the box? Listen, people want to know what's inside the box. It's generally true. It's generally a fact. I mean, generally speaking.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Grief Karga. You might know me as Apollo Creed. You might know me as Action Jackson. But this is the Carl Weathers Predator Weathers Report featuring the Action Jackson AccuPredator Weathers Forecast and Cardi B on The Mandalorian. Let's get rid of that. Oh, there goes the Predator. Oh my God, that Predator's crazy. That Predator, that Predator. What's in the news? What's in the weather, Cardi B? Looks like there's a Predator. There's always a Predator in the weather, isn't there? There's better the Predator than not the Predator. It's always better the Predator than not the Predator. It sounds like a tongue twister, doesn't it? I can't understand your language. Anyway, you guys remember Home Alone? I tell you, if that was the real situation, I would knock those intruders out with a left and a right. Oh my God, that Predator staring at me. It looks like you're both wearing the same thing, Cardi B. You and the Predator have long nails and a mesh outfit. But that's the style, you know. That's the Predator style. Yeah. Yeah, like Predators. You know, I was in the movie Predator. Anybody out there see the movie? Is that a Christmas movie or not? Which, Rocky IV, arguably, Christmas movie. Do you remember in Rocky IV when I was defeated by the Russian? And then Rocky spent Christmas Day in the USSR fighting the Russian. That was on Christmas Day. That movie, that fight, takes place on Christmas Day. Or New Year's Day, or I forget. It's Christmas.
Christmas time, really. He's in the snow. Rocket just chopping down trees and... Anyway. It's gonna rain. This has been the Carl Weathers Predator Weathers Report featuring the Action Jackson AccuPredator Weathers Forecast Radar and Cardi B. Hey, Annalita, you just noticing that he's got dukes. He put up the dukes. Tim Curry makes up for any plot holes in Home Alone. Yes, Tim Curry really does carry Tim Curry on his back, the series, the movie itself. Tim Curry is a treasure to humankind. If you guys don't know who Tim Curry is, he's the dude who was in Rocky Horror Picture Show. He's the dude who played It. He played Pennywise in the TV show It. He's also, sadly, he's ailing right now. He's very old. He's ailing. I'm not sure he's doing all that well. The kid did worse things to the intruders than they would have ever done to him. Well, that's presumable. One can imagine. Though he did anger them enough to the point where you thought that he needed to defend himself by swinging irons into their faces and maybe putting nails in their feet. seemed very dangerous. Seemed like something that don't try this at home, kids, unless you're home alone. Let's see. Serendipity, I don't know that movie. Christmas again? That's what I say every year. Happy Christmas, everyone. That's what they say in the UK. A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas. Time out. Is that a real movie? Wait a minute. I know that Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Did they really do that? A third installment of the Harold and Kumar series, the R-rated followed... Time out. This 2011 Christmas comedy is sure to keep you laughing. That's a real thing? I'm surprised. I'm shocked and amazed that there is a movie called Harold and Kumar Christmas. I'm in complete disbelief.
Hey Ripley.
What is it?
Hey Ripley, Merry Christmas.
Why are you saying Merry Christmas?
I'm sorry. Happy Christmas.
No, why are you saying Merry Christmas? It's not Christmas for like several weeks.
Oh, I'm in the spirit. Why do you have a strawberry in your gun?
It's not a gun. It's a flamethrower.
Why do you have a strawberry on your flamethrower?
Never mind that. What's your question?
Sorry. Sorry, I have a question.
Do you just want to eat my face?
Listen, just because I have a pharyngeal jaw and an insatiable hunger for human flesh because I am an alien. I'm an alien. I'm from the movie Alien. I look like the toy that they sell, the action figure. But I'm actually, in fact, a living being that just wants to eat your face. But I won't. I have a tendency to eat human flesh, and
Listen, I have a flamethrower. We're roommates aboard the Nostromo. Even though the Nostromo was in the first movie, and you're from the second movie, and this image of me is from the second movie, Aliens, somehow we're back on the Nostromo. Okay?
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense, does it?
No. It doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Listen, Wesley things in the universe, but if you eat my face, I have the right to melt yours with this flamethrower, not a gun. And that strawberry's there for good luck.
Oh.
Wow. How about that? The alien. Wow, there was a new development. The aliens are applying for rights. You know, even though they have an insatiable thirst for human blood and hunger for human flesh, there's something charming about them. Did we mention A Christmas Story? I think we did. Serendipity. A Christmas Tale. What's A Christmas Tale? Sounds like a Christmas story. Sounds like a Christmas carol, but like, but with a tail at the end of it. Oh, there goes Olivia Newton-John. A mom for Christmas. Who wants a mom for Christmas? We're only on 59, guys. We got so many more to go. Joyful Noel. See, I think when you could do the top 100 or top 75 Christmas movies ever of all time, they really pad the list. You know what I mean? They're really padding the list. I'd say everything above 12 is just padding. Die Hard better be number one on this list. I don't know number one on this list. This is some arbitrary USA Today list. But we're going to look at it. All right. Oh, look. It's Jonathan Pryce. The wonderful actor, Jonathan Pryce. The man who invented Christmas. You know who the man who invented Christmas was? Mr. Monopoly. Because he get the hat and he's got the money in his pockets. Mr. Moneybags. Mr. Money. Listen, here's the thing we can learn today about Christmas. Here's one fun fact, by the way. Saint Nicholas. We call Santa Claus Saint Nick. We call him that because I believe in Denmark or Netherlands or Germany or somewhere thereabouts, they say Sinterklaas. Santa Claus is Sinterklaas. And the troops during World War II would hear Sinterklaas and say St. Nicholas. So it's just it's misophonia. It's like a weird, they heard it wrong. They said it wrong. They were making fun of the German way of saying Sinterklaas, so they said St. Nicholas. Sinterklaas. I don't know. But you know who else invented? Uncle Rich Uncle Pennybags. That's who he is. That was the inventor of Christmas. If we want to learn anything today. Well, the inventor of Christmas, here's another fun fact. The inventor of the modern Santa Claus with the red cap and the red and the beard and all that stuff, Coca-Cola popularized that image of Santa Claus. Coca-Cola. Like most American things. Yep. But the good part about Christmas is that we do remember to stimulate the economy by purchasing gifts for our friends and loved ones. And you guys can go to the Aristotle Full Throttle Teespring, where you can buy a t-shirt for yourself. Now, I'm really trying. I got to get over the hump. I got to get these new t-shirts cracking. But once we get these new t-shirts up, you can get a sticker there, I think. You could definitely buy a mug. Buy a mug with my mug on it. Go over to the Aristotle Full Throttle Teespring and get one of these. A mug with my face on it. The link is below. What was I talking about? Christmas? Wait a second. Batman. You're so huge, you filled the screen. Why is your mouth open? Hold on a second. There, perfect. Well, I am wearing a red hat. Yeah, we know that, Batman. We can see that by the red hat that you're wearing. It's my lucky red hat. I think you've been wearing that hat for about 45 minutes. Well, doesn't make it any less lucky. On my utility Bane belt.
Well, it seems that you don't have an anti-Bane utility on your anti-utility Bane belt.
Well, I thought of that. I actually am one step ahead of you, Bane. I have an anti-utility Bane. Bane Bee. A utility anti-Bane utility Bane belt.
But as you know, I also trained in the League of Shadows, which makes me more prepared than you, Batman, because I have a pro and
defeated once again by your own hubris, Bane. Because I can just squash you like an ant. You're very tiny. I don't need all of that. Whoa! Batman. It's threatening. Little tiny Bane. Bane keeps shrinking. One day we might not see him. You ever see the movie The Incredible Shrinking Woman with Lily Tomlin? Good movie. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Santa Claus. The Santa Claus. Oh, the Santa Claus. Look at this. Holiday Affair. Remember that one? It's black and white, and it's got Gregory Peck. Who is that? No, what's his name? Johnny? Bobby? Freddie? Look at this. Black Christmas. While you were sleeping. Oh, that one's a good one. Got Sandra Bullock and Frankenstein. Look, it's Bob Hope. Bob Hope, by the way, is going to make an appearance before the end of the show. Bob Hope is 127 years old. He's still going. He's still writing one-liners. He's great. He's still hosting the Oscars. These are all make-em-ups, guys. Guys, if you're watching on Instagram, please find it in your heart to go over to twitch.tv/Aristotle Full Throttle and subscribe. Or donate to the ACLU. We've received 100 messages today, starting with Wesley Plotke for being the first commenter. Shout out to Wesley Plotke. It's a Wonderful Life. I think we're approaching It's a Wonderful Life rapidly. Look at this movie. This movie stars Cary Grant. If you knew Cary Grant's real name, it's Archibald Leach, which is kind of a dumb name, coming from a guy named Aristotle. Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, this is an interesting Christmas movie because I remember that Dr. Seuss's widow inherited the rights because he had never signed any rights away to make his books into movies. Only the Looney Tunes one from the 60s, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Not Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Looney Tunes, the Warner Brothers one. It's really good. It's my favorite. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Maybe we'll play some of that later. But that movie, the animated one, is one of my favorite ones of all time, and I bet you it's higher up on the list. Jim Carrey, though, phenomenal in this role because look at his face. They saved so much money on his facial expressions. But yeah, Dr. Seuss's widow then sold all of the rights to whoever wanted them to make bad movies out of Dr. Seuss books. Arguably bad. You might like it. It might be fine. Miracle on 34th Street. Now, Miracle on 34th Street, I remember watching growing up because they played it every Thanksgiving Day. They played The Bells for St. Mary and Miracle on 34th Street, and I remember I would always fall asleep. You know what else is good? Babes in Toyland. That's a good one, right? Babes in Toyland. That's probably one of my favorite Christmas movies. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Now, we were talking about Home Alone earlier. John Candy was in the movie Home Alone. He had a cameo, or actually a pretty significant part. Smaller part, but significant, because he actually helps Catherine O'Hara get back to her home. In the movie Home Alone, he filmed all of his parts in 1 day or 2 days for that movie as a favor to the director, Chris Columbus. Or, was it Chris Columbus? Christopher Columbus? Babes in Toyland made you afraid of Jeeps? Yeah, they were creepy, right? They were pretty creepy, those Jeeps. Look, it's Fred McMurray. All right, we're going to skip that one. Trading Places. There we go. We mentioned that. That's a great one. Guys, on the show on Aristotle Full Throttle, I like to help raise awareness for the different plights that people have in life. You know, there are many different avenues you can go down in life. And here's a demonstration of one. The guy on the left, who's dressed as Santa in this picture, started out wealthy in the beginning of this movie. And then the two guys in the background made issues. Can influence behavior. And something to think about. Something to think about. Something to be grateful for. Your position, your station in life. This movie, directed by John Landis, Max Landis' father. Last Holiday with Dana Owens, a.k.a. Queen Latifah. I don't know this movie, just Friends. This seems like it's problematic. I'm going to go ahead and skip it. Miracle on 34th Street, the remake with Richard Attenborough. What? The guy who owned Jurassic Park? Hey guys, is Edward Scissorhands a Christmas movie? This is perfect for the theme for today. Christmas movie or nah? Let's get some votes coming in, guys. Christmas movie or nah? Now there is snow. He does create snow. Yeah. He and I both create the snow for the environment. Yes, but he uses his artistic talent and his scissor hands to create his snow. You just use a ice ray. Hey, I built this ice ray from scratch. I built it from the ground up. That's gigantic of the word play, aren't you, Mr. Freeze? And your gun, your powerful freeze gun, which I built myself. Yeah, Batman. That's actually pretty cool. I don't see you building any ice rays or anything like that, Batman. Listen, I have got an anti-pro Bane, anti-utility Bane belt with a utility built-in Bane, anti-Bane repellent, shark repellent Bane, anti-Bane belt in my utility belt. Yeah, that's way too convoluted. I just have a gun that makes snow. It's way more fun. Hard to argue with that. And if you did try to argue with that, I pity the fool. Yes, Edward Scissorhands is a Christmas movie. It's official. Kelsey, Alabama, it's a Christmas movie. Therefore, it is. It's been decided. It is Christmas movie, not or not. It snows once in Edward Scissorhands. Oh, that's right. It snows once, but that's all you need to become a Christmas movie. It does take place around Christmas, doesn't it? Look, About a Boy. What's that about? Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, one of my favorites. What a really good movie that was written and directed by our friend who actually went to a New Year's party at his house, Shane Black. Shane Black, you could... Here, I'm going to have my friend describe who Shane Black is to everybody. Here, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me just give me just like 15 minutes. I got to color coordinate these characters. Otherwise, I cannot find them quick enough. Oh, here we go. Hey, everybody. It's me, Grief Karga, Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed, if you will. I was in the movie Predator. That movie also featured Shane Black as Hawkins in that movie. You guys remember Predator? Hawkins was in that movie. He tells the dirty joke in that movie, Predator. Hawkins is played by Shane Black. Shane Black wrote the movie Lethal Weapon, which is also a Christmas movie, isn't it? Now, you know that might be a Christmas movie. It might not be a Christmas movie, but it takes place during Christmas. Written by Shane Black. Shane Black was in Predator. I was in Predator. Shane Black gets killed. Shane Black was cast in the movie Predator because John McTiernan, the director of Predator, said, I would like someone on set who can help punch up the script, which means make improvements on the characters and the lines and the development of the story. Excuse me. And Shane Black was the hot, young screenwriter at the time. He was on the scene. He sold a screenplay for more than $3 million, and that was the screenplay for Lethal Weapon, and he was young. He was like 26 or something like that. Then he went on to write The Long Kiss Goodnight, which takes place during Christmas, and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which takes place during Christmas, which he also directed. And he also wrote and directed Iron Man 3, which takes place, you guessed it, during Christmas. Shane Black likes to make movies. About a Boy is about a boy. How can you tell, though? How can you be too sure? 4 Christmases. How many? I didn't even see the first 3. All right. I saw 4 Christmases in the movie theater. That was actually pretty funny. This is our favorite Jon Favreau. Hey, Ismael Kuya. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about Christmas movies today on Aristotle Full Throttle. And what is your favorite Christmas movie? Do you have a favorite? Do you have a movie that you watch every Christmas and you're like, is this a Christmas movie, though? Scrooged. Now we're getting to it. That's the lady from Goonies, remember? Throw Mama from the Train. Jingle All the Way. This is number. What number is Jingle All the Way? We got to wrap up this this list here. Yeah, Jingle All the Way. That's a good one. I like that one. How about that is number 1? No, according to this list, Arnold, Mr. Freeze, it's only number 33. No, it should be number 1. Let me shoot the list with my ice gun and freeze it. Okay? And I think that it should be number 1. Because it is so fun. I mean, look at that guy. He seems like really cool, you know? That main guy, that big guy, he seems to have huge muscles. He seems like a really cool guy, you know? Are you saying that because you bear a striking resemblance to him? No, I'm just, you know, I think that it's a good guy. Yeah. Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze, get out of here. All right. The Best Man holiday. Looked like it's they're trying to dress all the same. Is that Terrence Howard in the background? Uh-oh. Gotta skip that one. Look, it's Dorothy. Meet me in St. Louis. There it is. The Muppet Christmas Carol. That was a good one. I do like it because I like Dickens. That's a good... Charles Dickens wrote A Tale of Two Cities, A Christmas Carol. He wrote War and Peace and Moby Dick, and he wrote The Wall Street... Those last two are not true. Okay. He also wrote Ulysses. He did not. James Joyce wrote Ulysses. The Apartment. I haven't seen this movie, but I hear it's good. Look at Shirley MacLaine. Young Shirley MacLaine. Shirley MacLaine is Warren Beatty's sister. Oh, look, it's our favorite, Steve Martin. He's a funny guy. He's one of the funniest. Steve Martin is the funniest human. Santa Claus is coming to town. No, he's not. Oh, Christmas with the Cranks. Wait a minute, this isn't the Santa Claus? Because that looks like Tim Allen. When Harry Met Sally, that's some BS right there. That's not a Christmas movie. I think we stumbled onto romantic comedy somehow. The Preacher's Wife. Oh, that one's got... Is that Whitney Houston? Whitney Houston? How come she doesn't do any more movies? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Polar Express. The show has become me reading movies for an hour. But I tell you, I promise you, this week we're going to have some Star Trek trivia. It's going to be fun. We're going to have more gaming. Today is an extenuating circumstance. Not an extenuating circumstance. I do have to wrap it up pretty soon. But coming up, we're going to have some great shows for you in December. And we're going to have some fun musical show play-alongs. Once I get some of these audio problems worked out, which will be presently. They will presently be fixed. And Die Hard is number 22 on this list. We can end it right there because that's actually number 1 in my book. Number 1 Christmas movie of all time. We don't even have to look beyond that. Sorry, but Adam Sandler isn't funny. Wesley Plotke. You know, there was a time where Adam Sandler was funny. See, I can't argue with what you just said there. I can't really argue with because he has since become not funny. But there was 2 movies. Hang on a second. I gotta squint to see if I can pick this. I gotta squint and bite my tongue and make sure the mouse is... Okay. Now, if you guys recall, I was in a movie with Adam Sandler called Happy Gilmore. I was also in Predator. I was also in all the Rocky movies. But anyway, I was also in Happy Gilmore, which was Adam Sandler's last funny movie. He had like 3 funny movies. He had Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore and Big Daddy, and then a string of terrible movies that were just not funny at all. Just a bunch of guys hanging out, telling poop jokes. Not that funny. I agree. Once they stopped casting Carl Weathers in a major role in his movies, they were not funny no more. I haven't seen any of these movies except Edward Scissorhands, so you can't chime in. What's going on, Kelsey, Alabama? You have not seen Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas? Nobody has. The Holiday, that's the one with, You know? Bad Santa? I think you've seen Bad Santa. What about Scrooge, A Christmas Carol? This one is a good one. This one's real good. It's like got lots of acting in it. I've got a story. Actually, you might, whoever's watching this, you might enjoy this story. That one time I was watching a play. What play was it? I think it was War Horse. It was either War Horse, it was a musical, or it was Finding Neverland, or it's a musical at the Pantages Theater here in Los Angeles. And I wanted to get water during the intermission. So I stood and I was standing 10 feet behind people at the water fountain. And I was waiting to get some water from the water fountain because I was like, it is hot out. I would like some water. You know, periodically, I drink water. I drink water almost every day. So I was like, come on, man. Get out of here with you. Is a guy in front of me, 10 feet in front of me, wearing a big puffy coat. And it was Adam Sandler and his kids. And he was like, oh, sorry, sir. Let me let you get some water. You know, whatever Adam Sandler does. That used to be funny, but it's not funny anymore. Gremlins. Now we're talking. Now we're getting there. Look, I got Gizmo right over here. Gizmo. We're going to wrap it up in a minute. But guys, I'm excited for December because December is going to be the month where this show elevates to the next level. We're going to get more shows, more games, more music, more fun every day. And join us this week also because we're going to have some trivia, some Star Trek trivia, because we have trivia every week. More fun, more, you know, the tagline for the show might be fun, entertaining, accidentally informative. Accidentally informative or whatever. The Family Stone. Where's Sly at, though? Let's see. Frosty the Snowman. You know, Frosty dies at the end of that. Spoiler alert. Frosty dies. White Christmas. Yeah, that's if you like Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby used to beat his kids. That's a fact, Jack. Listen, don't beat your kids. Don't be like Bing Crosby. He sang the song White Christmas in 2 movies. He sang it in White Christmas and also in another movie. Here comes Christmas Story at number 12. Coming in at number 12, A Christmas Story. And coming in at number 11, The Nightmare Before Christmas is higher up than Die Hard. Sorry, no. That is not accurate, guys. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Okay, maybe. Top 20 for sure. Miracle on 34th Street. I almost fell asleep just reading the title for it. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reined Deer. The reined deer. Like, Frosty's dead. Listen, he'll be back again someday. But for now, he's dead. He's gonna be a Force ghost. Frosty the Force ghost. He come back as a Jedi. Charlie Brown Christmas. Definitely top. Listen, I would say Charlie Brown Christmas top 5, but this list, I didn't make this list. It seems like people who hate Christmas made this list. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, top 5 for sure. Good. Okay, we're good. Love Actually. Look at that, K-Griff. Turns out it's Love Actually. Hey, Pegster1994, welcome on Instagram. Sorry that I just acknowledged you, but I see you. There you are. Remember, you can always join on twitch.tv/AristotleFullThrottle, or you can go to AristotleFullThrottle.com. You can pledge $1 a month, at the very least, that's easy. In 4 months, turns out it's there. It's a Wonderful Life, Mom, is only at number 3. Why is It's a Wonderful Life only at number 3? Frank Capra's masterpiece, It's a Wonderful Life. Home Alone, all right, guys, I'm sorry, but Home Alone is not a better movie than It's a Wonderful Life. Hallmark's A Christmas Drop. And the number 1 movie is Jen's favorite movie, Die Hard. And then Elf. Jen's favorite movie is Elf. It turns out is number 1 Christmas movie. I would say that Elf is definitely top 5. It is so much fun. It is so silly. And guess what? Isn't it exciting? Ed Asner is still alive, so they can make a sequel. Ed Asner, he's 117 years old. He's right on. He's actually Santa's real age, 4,000 years old. You feel like a millennial made the list. Oh well, yeah, that's it. There you go. There goes Santa Claus. That's a really funny movie, Elf. I really like that movie. It's definitely one that gets you in the Christmas spirit. Home Alone, Elf, Die Hard, Trading Places, Christmas Vacation, Christmas with the Cranks. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't like that movie. I never seen it. What does it mean to have a Christmas? It means to spend money on those who you love, or make them something special, or show them that you care by washing your hands, staying 6 feet away, and wearing a mask. To people who are outside of your household, please observe how to keep the spread of this coronavirus down. We're here in LA on a second semi-lockdown right now, and that is part of the impetus as to why the show is going to be thrust into a higher level. We're going to make some more fun. Rogers, a Christmas list. Mimi Rogers. Do you mean Tom Cruise's first wife? Mimi Rogers? See how I did that? Guys, look it up. It's true. Tom Cruise's first wife, Mimi Rogers. His second wife, Nicole Kidman. His third wife, Rachel from Batman Begins and Dawson's Creek. Who knew? I didn't even know until 1 second after I said that. Mimi Rogers. I'd like to thank you all, guys. And we'll play along. We'll play some games together. Remember, you can always jump into the Discord and have a chat whenever. If you have any suggestions for the show, please leave them there. Please leave them on the comments. And be safe. Be kind to one another. Remember to look out for other people, not just yourself. Be there for those in your life. Marla Maples was in it too. Marla Maples, remember Donald Trump's second wife? Let me back up the song so I can do this on a good note here. Hasta la vista, Wesley. That was Arnold. Fireman. Marla Maples. You know Marla Maples, the great actor? Because she did really seem like she loved Donald Trump, didn't she? Acting. Guys, who thinks that Melania's gonna get a divorce right away? Remember to care for one another. Remember to look out for one another. Remember to think about others and their experience and their plight in life. Remember to think critically about things. There's always another way of looking at something. And if you want another way of looking at the show, use your phone, or use your desktop, or use your laptop, or use your mind grapes. Tune in every day, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm Aristotle, Full Throttle, you bro.